What's up, everybody? See how quick this one will be. Yeah. Vibrant Fruit Rejuvenation. Might change the name to Vibrant Raw Rejuvenation. You know, just because some people can't handle the fruit right away, and balance is important. So, yeah, not sure. Anywho, feeling just refreshed, revitalized. I jumped into the ocean there. I went in yesterday too. It was really cold, and the cleaner I get, the more I can handle it. The deeper I get into meditation and just let go of stuff, the more things that I thought were impossible can take place, basically. And yeah, so how does this look? I didn't even really do any. Just trying to do a quick one. I don't know if it's how that's gonna go, but yeah, I don't know what else. Yeah, if my hair looks funky, gotta start caring about how I look a little bit more if I'm gonna be on YouTube. It's because I just went in the water and yeah, been using lemon for shampoo. Not every time. I don't wash my hair that much, or even shower that much, to be honest. But I don't really smell much, to be honest. I just don't. But haven't for years. But all the deep stuff is so deep in me. Like the lymph is so deep. Like all my it didn't, I didn't get real deep until day 50 for me, day 48 or 47. But yeah, anywho, it's yeah, I've been showering with a lemon, like not every time I shampoo, but it gets out the dirt and stuff, so it's good. It's a good thing to supplement. I've just been, yeah, basically, yeah, feeling good. Just trying to perfect what I can and have even less chemicals and whatever that I'm exposed to. Even though my shampoo isn't horrible, it's still has a couple things that are semi-questionable to me, but yeah, anywho, this is going to be day 63. No, this is day 64. Lemon and grape juiced fast. Yeah, it's good. It's real freaking good. I'm feeling really good, so I just wanted to do kind of an update thing. And yeah, like, if you like my videos, like them. I don't think I get anything for that, but I'm going to be doing kind of a broad range of topics, generally mind, body, soul, healing, wellness, stuff like that, raw food, fruit, but some other topics too. So just so I know which, I can look down and see which ones people like the most. And if you love them, I don't know if they're gonna stop, so you can subscribe and follow my journey. This is about, like I've said before, my journey. So so you can see my progress with, and like I said before, this great, 15 months, high fruit, very high fruit, blah blah blah. I'm not going to get into the specifics here, but high fruit, and the results were going to take years. That's what it felt like. And going up to this mono juice fast level, sometimes I just do the grapes now, and not do the lemon. I mean, either way, the grapes will get you, or the lemon and grapes are gonna get you. It's cool to kind of mix them out and stuff, but yeah, my point is yeah, I don't know what my point is. Probably wasn't that important, but yeah, I don't know. I shining my light as bright as I can now. It's what I wanted to do. my whole life. So I'm shining it in some dark places. I have a lot of Facebook friends from my old business, you know, not tons, but like 1,000. So I even put a bunch of videos on there. I'm like, this message just needs to get out. The reason I did it, you know, it's just like, I don't know how it took me so long to find Morse, you know, and even if I guess even if I did, because I found some of the others before that, you know, Dan the Man 8 years ago, if I just would have listened all the way back then, you know, but it's just, yeah, if I just, the world needs this message. I'm strong in this truth, and yeah, I've got, you know, it's cool. I've already got some haters and a couple comments that were whatever, you know, like not, you know, not. What do I expect, you know? And it's like, I'm only gonna give so much of my precious energy and time to people who have that glint in their eye and are like, wow, and have a sense that, hey, this is so simple, and this wow, this could be, you know, think that there's something in this. Well, you know, I'm not gonna waste my time with people who just are so closed-minded and so caught up in concepts, theories, and all this crap, and their own minds. That it's not, you know, you got to be able to know, and that's, I'm sure you guys can, most of you guys can relate to that, you know. It's like, you know, there's plenty of science on fasting and all this stuff. You just got to, you know, actually, you got to be able to see through your teeth the bullshit, you know. You gotta be able to, yeah, so it's, I don't know. If you want to learn more about this, and you're not into, most of you guys are into these things and know what I'm talking about. But if you're not, I would just say the quickest. I could give you a bunch more sources for information and science, but you know, human science is at least human science is not a very high intelligence. It's not an exact thing, and it's not perfect by any means. And it's usually most of it that's done is done by the money, and the money is always in favor of some other thing, and it's science can only know so much. So this is about like my deep experiences here and this deep truth, and I'm gonna share this. So if you don't like it, that's fine. There's a lot of people who need this, and that's why I'm doing this. So. And yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, I feel really good about, you know. I knew I was gonna get, you know, a lot of negativity coming my way, but I don't know how I was gonna respond, I guess, but I wasn't worried about it. But I feel really good. I mean, like, because before I've been so sensitive, just so sensitive in general, and man, now. I don't care if you want to shine your negative stuff at me. I'm also glad to I will also look at what you're saying and see if there's, you know, stuff I can change and all that. That's how I am. So if you got any like constructive criticism or like tips or advice, I love that. But as far as other stuff, like, I'm so strong in who I am and my path and this truth that it's not going to knock me off my you know, my anything really. So yeah, so I'm going to keep it short. Yeah, so just a quick book that I would just suggest that for people who don't know about this, just because it covers fasting and it also covers you know, the power of fruit and the mucusless diet and how to yeah, and just like stuff I've been doing for 15 months on a high level, 16 now, and it's just, then I would say, yeah, read the mucusless diet, healing system, and read rational fasting. Both of those cover all that stuff. And they're by Arnold Ehret, a guy way back in the day. All these people knew back in the day, guys. All of them knew. I mean, a lot of them knew, you know, and people know today, but it's just less and less people are fasting. It's a forgotten. Fasting is key, guys. I don't care what anyone says. I have my experiences with it, not, you know, at the deepest, but deep enough. I know the power of fasting, different types of fasting too. So anyways, yeah, I guess I'm gonna probably, you know, I'm gonna keep going with this till, you know, at least Christmas, as long as I can keep getting organic grapes. And man, I would probably go further, maybe. I don't know. So I'm probably gonna spend it here in Florida, get another place, make sure I have a big fridge again, and stock up with like just the most grapes I've ever gotten. You know, make sure I can get the last load of organic grapes, so I'm secure. And that'd be cool if it went up until January 1st. But yeah, no, that's where I'm at. And so anyways, I'm gonna keep going. So I've already gotten some questions and stuff about like the protocol I'm doing. It's pretty intricate, so I'll probably just keep that to another video. But just a few things about it, you know, that quick, like, yeah, the lemon juice amounts and the grape amounts are just different and stuff. And I for a while, for about 40 days of it, I was doing tons of lemons, like honestly too much, like 10 to 20 a day sometimes with the grape juice. And I mean, I know, you know, no one's perfect. Even though I know that, like, you know, less is generally more, but still, I was trying to shake stuff up. I'm not really regretting I did it like that, but I've had a week where I went mono just on the grape juice, and then some days I'll just do grape juice, and the power of just one thing is amazing. So either way, it's good. But so yeah. Dry fasting stopped kind of just because I was getting my ass kicked so much. Stopped maybe day 40 something. I was doing 1 and 2 day dry fasts every weekish, and now I'm doing them again. I think I'm gonna start another one tomorrow. Maybe do a 2 day. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of diarrhea and stuff. So that's like. Lately, it's like, it's not like absurd, but it's just like, oh man, it's a crazy journey, guys. So, yeah, so like the juice levels, the amounts, you know, for a while it was about 4 quarts a day. Sometimes I'd do the days that was 2 quarts, just because, you know, I'd lose some muscle. I don't care how my body looks on this. For anyone who might start saying stuff, I don't. And my angle for not just trying to get making sure I get as many calories as I need every day is that, first of all, yeah, if I'm not feeling good and I need to rest and fast, that's what I do. And second of all, yeah, like my tactic kind of is like, you know, and now I've just kind of been doing 3 quarts a day, so I'm definitely gonna lose a little muscle and stuff. But I don't care. I'm just gonna build it back later. I mean, I'm not going into ketosis here, but I'm doing it my own way so that I can, like, those days when I have just 2 quarts of juice or something like that, my way of thinking is that I'm trying to shake stuff up and get that energy into the places that, you know, when I'm having more, maybe it gets into more, and maybe when I'm having less, it gets into less places. It's just, that's how the body works. It's just I don't know, that's not the clearest way of putting it, but you guys understand what I'm saying. It's like I really like to shake things up and move things around on my protocols, you know, just to get that alkaline chemistry at different spots, and you know, and yeah, so yeah, everything's improving though, guys. Holy moly, holy moly! So I hope you can see my eye today. You know, sometimes I squint and stuff, but just this eye, it's sensitive still to the light. And yeah, so anywho, let me just get into the a few things. Man, life's good. This is one of the best things I've ever done. Again, I'm so just so blissed out, and like, I'm glad I didn't stop on day 50 when I you know, I ate some grapes out of like total fear, and like I was really frightened, and I'm not really gonna go into what happened because it's very sacred, and the things that I've never really experienced up that personally before. I'm not gonna get it. I don't even want to talk about it because it's even for me, the most open-minded person in the world, and very aware of that sort of thing, and just, I'm not gonna get into it, but my point is what happened was, you know, I ate the grapes, and it took like, I don't know, 17 or something hours to have the grapes pass through. Bad sign. Good thing I knew I wasn't even close to done, you know. So I'm so glad I didn't stop, you know, and now I don't really have any, you know, hopefully I won't have any more fear, or I know I won't be afraid or frightened anymore, and just because I've been given quite the gift from that, and but it's just not, I am scared I do want to stop though a lot, just because these times when I'm having the diarrhea a lot, it's just, it gets, I'm always in the bathroom, but it was like that before. It was like that my whole life. It's just on different levels. It's like, man, and just, it's just heavy. It's a heavy, you know, it's a heavy thing, guys. So I'm not gonna stop though. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but keep going. So, you know, guys, don't wait forever, guys. Get going. Get going on something that you need. I'm not going to tell you, you know, what you need to do, but specifically for ulcerative colitis, bowel stuff, Crohn's, leaky gut, any of these, any bowel problems or anything, honestly, I would suggest doing a long juice fast. And if you're really clean, you know, water fasting, you know, maybe do the water fast after you get clean from the juice fast. But you know, I'm not suggesting like long water fasts to anyone. But that's just what's so good about the juice fast is, you know, I would say do that, because it's done things for me that I can't even describe. And you know, you could do just you know, all a juice and veg, you know, one juice fast. But I recommend, if you're really trying to get deep and aggressive, and you want to go get the most out of your time and start living a more vibrant and just full, where you needed to live and where you wanted to be, and stop wasting your time, in a sense, that I would say do that mono juice fast for an extended period of time. But be prepared, because it's a beast. So yeah, let me just get into the you know, quick. I'm gonna go through just the, you know, some health improvements, and I'm not gonna even go close to all of them. I've mentioned some in some other videos and whatnot, but yeah, like, one more thing about the juice fast is, it's just like, for me, with like overeating and hardcore food addiction, and then all the bowel, you know, ulcerative colitis type stuff, and IBS, all of these crazy things, all these other diseases, whatever. it's given me it's been great just to give my bowels as much needed rest, but it's also been really, really, really great. The longer I go on this, it gives me more clarity and time to prepare, but also just get clear and yeah, like the longer I go, I just get more ready to like, you know, when I go back to eating some solid foods, to not screw up the when I break the fast, and then not go back to mucus forming foods for a very long time if I do, you know. So it's because I know exactly what's going to happen. All this stuff that's disappeared and is still continuing to disappear from my body and everything. It's going to come back if I start eating that like crap again. So the more I go on this, the deeper and deeper the realizations go, and the more like clean time I have from the mucus forming foods. So yeah, I'm gonna get into the stuff here. So yeah, asthma, guys. You know, like I said, I was raw high fruit before this juice fast, and you know, for a year, 100% at times. And I only had, yeah, like I didn't have much results. Like I had amazing results for my 12-day water fast, but then 2 weeks after that, I went and had some of the worst binge eating I've had this whole time. Like, it's just funny how that works. It was like, oh, that was all that work, not for nothing. It was still amazing, but finally, my adrenals were to my blood pressure 120, and that just 12 days of that. It was powerful stuff, guys. So, but yeah, no, the asthma is like, I've used the inhaler like one time in 11 days, and I even went for a jog. I usually need it before like an exercise or yoga. And I've been doing a lot of hot yoga. Hot yoga has been making me filter. It's one of the only things that I noticed helps me filter. FYI, if that helps anyone. But yeah, no, like usually I need to use it just puff. I don't take any other drugs, but I need to use like one inhale, just to get my airways open and stuff. One puff in 11 days. I mean, I've never even come like I've had to like have it by me every time I leave the house. I've needed my inhaler no matter what. I've tried like I said, I tried every diet, all these stupid cleanses and all these fake detoxes and all this other crap, and none of it has done anything like this. I would still need my inhaler to some extent every day, every single day. And this is just beginning. All this stuff is just beginning. Like, that's why I say I am. And to the critics or deniers or the people who are like, oh, you're crazy. It's like, no, this is clear stuff. This is clear science. This is clear experience. This is reality. And I'm not the only one who's done this. There's many masters, many great teachers who have given us this info. So many guys that this is what's happening. So the lung expectoration, like that's one channel that is super. All my channels are not eliminating how they should, but the bowels are just going and going. But it's a complex thing. But everything else is just, the bowels still aren't fixed, but everything else is not perfect either, right? And this channel, getting this expectoration out of the lungs, is really taking some, but I've gotten some yellow and green on certain occasions, especially with the dry fast, and I got some brown stuff, not tons, but so things are getting great with the lungs and stuff. The bowels, like I said, man, I'm still pooping, you know. Sometimes it takes a while to get the solid stuck really hard in, like more like a bowel movement stuff come out of me, just because there's some deep impacted stuff. But the amount of mucus I'm getting out is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And holy crap, just straight mucus. TMI, this is what it is, sorry. And yeah, like I'm still going, and you know, but I've been getting diarrhea, you know, a few different points during this, but lately, like the last 10 days, not all the time, but it's like I'm at this point where it's like the hyper and hypo stuff of my bowels. It's at this, these things waver during detox. This is what happens. This is how it goes. So it's not, oh, that's too much sugar, too much grape juice. No, you don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, you do not have any knowledge on this, and definitely no experience. Because if you did, you'd actually be, you'd be like, wow, man, I know, dude, I did that same thing, and holy moly. You're only going to believe this unless you do it, unless you experience this, you know, and especially unless you experience it at a higher level, like a very long juice fast, especially mono. You're just not. And I mean, because I wasn't before. I was getting results, but boy, it was taking a while. And so yeah. And yeah, so like I've been back on the dry fast, though. Like I said, like I'm back on them. I already did one. I'm gonna do one tomorrow, I believe. And that's like, yeah, that's just like, oh man, when I'm just like, man, I can't handle much juice right now, and it's like dry fast. Okay, let me get to that. So I just, you know, it's about listening. What else? Trying to go a little fast here. I don't like to do that, but you know, yeah, just trying to cover ground. I don't want to be, you know, doing these long videos. I know people don't have a lot of time to watch this stuff, but I just hope this stuff helps them. You know, you guys see you can relate to some of this, and you can see the patterns of detox and resonate. Maybe these things will resonate with you and whatever. So as far as mental and emotional stuff, I've never been so crystal clear ever in my life. I've never had the mind-body connection like this. Like, I've never had like so little anxiety, fear, any of these. Not that I had a lot like before it was surfaced, but who doesn't have some amounts, right? So I've never had such a clear, just totally focused, centered, whole, full feeling ever. And it's like, I've been doing a lot of emotional work this year. I know that's part of it. That's not all of it, though. Big part of it is just this, the obstructions clearing out of me. You know, like I said on one of those videos, it's before, when you feel like shit for 32 years, I mean, pretty much, but specifically after I broke my pelvis, the last 16 years, when you feel that crappy, you're just not gonna feel like comfortable in your own skin. You're not gonna want to be around people. You're just, and so like I said the other day, I've never felt this comfortable in my own skin, like ever, like it's the mental, the ability to like deal with things. You know, not that I wouldn't before, but everything's improved with the mental and emotional stuff. Like my ability to stay in the present for long periods of time, like, and hey, I'm not bragging, I'm just sharing where I'm at. This is incredible. I've been to higher levels before in my life. I've never been able to stay at them for like a long level. I've never been able to stay in the now for like extended, you know, weeks and you know, long periods of time. And I'm not saying I'm some perfect yogi, you know, spiritual teacher, whatever. I'm not saying any of these things. All I'm saying is that, and that's all I wanted my whole life. Like, because like I said, I've been able to get to some high levels, you know, but they were obstructed, and they weren't like, it wasn't like this at all by any means. So that's amazing. What else? Hypersensitivity to sound and light. It's so much less, and yeah, it's amazing. Like, the fatigue is gone, almost gone all the time, but I'm still having some of it, and yeah. What's the deal here? Turn the low power mode on. What the heck? Hope that works. I'm gonna have to wrap this up because it's low on power and stuff. Yeah, well, I hope that didn't ruin stuff. Yeah, like the fatigue is like less and less and less. Like, now it's so much less than it was, and it's, you know, it only happens when toxins and stuff is trying to get out of my body. That's the only time it happens. So the fatigue is vanishing. It's going bye-bye. And yeah, only when I push it myself, like I would never rest my entire life, and that's what I've been learning for a year. Only when I push myself will I have these sensitivities, and like hard sensitivities and hard fatigue and all this stuff. And, you know, we gotta learn how to rest when our body is in the repair shop. You know, when it's getting well, when it's going through these real ups and downs and hardcore pain, and just, we gotta listen to the you know, to the knowledge we're being given and shown, and trying to, I don't know. Pelvis, yeah, sleep, it's a mess. I still can't get in the circadian rhythm, but oh well. I'm still getting the amounts, but, you know, sometimes I can't get to sleep till 7 a.m. and then I have to catch up, and I get my 12 hours finally, and it's just a mess. But it just happens, you know. It wasn't like that for a while. It just comes in waves, baby. I'm telling you. The pelvis, fractured my pelvis when I was 16. I went into that in a different video. That has messed up my, you can see it in my eyes, you can see it in my veins up here. Usually you can see it. My rib will pop out of place, my leg is longer, etc., etc., etc. Every bowel thing happened once I broke my pelvis. So that I've been having a lot of hardcore pain on my lower back, which I had on my water fast as well. So I'm having that on this juice fast too, and it's just because there's acids that are trying to get out, guys. Like, that's what's happening. This heals hardcore neurological stuff. This heals. This stuff is a blessing, and I must share it. So I have this yawning thing where I yawn and I can't yawn and I can't sneeze and all these things, and they're all so related with my pelvic injury. It's all the lymph, all this stuff, and that's been getting better. Like, I've having some of the best sneezes and yawns of my life. I'm starting to get better and better with everything. Everything's getting better, guys. I just have to tell you, everything's getting better, and I hope by the next video, next update video, that I could just tell you all this. I mean, I'll just tell you that all this is still getting better. I know I'll tell you that, and then I'll just maybe reiterate on what else is. But yeah, the other night it was crazy, because I have barely had any. For you guys who are always bloated like I was, for years and years out of my life, bloated. I wasn't bloated at all during this much, right? This whole juice fest. And I was totally fine. Out of nowhere, that thing where like saying I have trouble yawning and sneezing, they're so related. It's these channels that are trying to open, and they're trying to, but it takes time. They're clunky. My lymph is so clunky, and so basically these channels, yawning, I couldn't yawn. I could not yawn over and over. I could not sneeze over and over. Out of nowhere, I get these tightness by my heart and by here, which this is like lymph stuff, the lymph areas around the heart, and this has happened many times when I've eaten too much acid-forming foods, and it's released by my heart also when I get really alkaline, and it's been released a lot. So I couldn't sneeze, I could not yawn over and over. Finally, I get tight here, then down here by my, like above my left testicle, and then even kind of on it some, right? It's just like this line of just tightness, and like it was crazy. And then I got so freaking bloated, like the most bloated I've been during this whole juice fast. And it just shows you that the lymph, it's so intricate. And guys, there's science on it. It's coming out. Look at the finger, the picture, how intricate it is in the finger. There's a picture of the lymph in the finger. It's so freaking intricate. Look at this. It's real stuff. Look into it. Look into it if you're going to be a naysayer and you're going to try to, I don't care, I'll spread this to the world. The world needs this. I don't want it to be so hard for people to find this information. It's very vital that people find this and understand it and start doing it to get themselves well, because the world is this world is a challenging one, and yeah, I don't want people to keep suffering. I know how it is, guys, so I've tried all these other things, all these, like I said, so trying to keep it. Hopefully this won't cut off on me, but I love you guys. And just one thing, like, don't lose the joy of of the childlike joy of a child. Don't lose that. Don't lose that, because what happens when a child turns into gets older. I don't know if I would say adolescent or adult, but I'm trying to rush here. When the child, when this child has no ego, but then it develops the ego. Always don't lose your joy, guys. Don't lose that childlike joy. So that's it. Love you guys. That was long. Oh well. Peace and harmony, and may you guys have a fruity, high energy, vibrant day, and full of love, hugs, peace, love, fresh air, and good everything. Bye.